Hey,
Niggas
this
gonna
is
do what they
actually
gotta
the
do.
most outrageous setup I've ever
Why the
attempted.
f is this
I've
nigga
got
in
the
a
normal
hotel room?
Sony camera balancing on a small beam in the hotel room here that's looking like a high wire out of a circus, and I have it propped up a little bit with the laptop flipped down and slightly angled at an obtuse angle in order to prop it up just a little bit so you can maybe see my face. I don't know what it looks like. You might be looking at just like my bottom chin,
Better
so I'm
than
gonna look like the
Kanye, not gonna lie.
2,000 years later.
Terry from the Powerpuff Girls, but we're gonna run it anyway. So, as you can see, I'm
It's
still
a
on my
crazy-ass
little
situation.
expedition away from home. I'm in my hotel room. Don't be alarmed. I know I'm not wearing a white shirt, but this isn't a cry for help or anything. It's very cold, so I threw on one of the only long sleeve shirts that I had available. So
I
that's the
haven't
whole
heard nothing
explanation
about
there.
this
Anyway,
situation,
the
but I
reason
saw
I've
somebody
urgently scrambled
mention
here
it.
to get to this computer
And
in
now I
order
see
to
this
talk
video, so
about
it's kinda
something
like
is because
coincidence how I
a
kinda wanna
huge
know.
story has been developing over the last, I don't know, like 2 hours or something, where SniperWolf has now doxed Jack's films. I'm sure this is something that a lot of you are moderately familiar with, but I'll just go
Doxed?
ahead and give you the really brief nutshell rundown of what's going on.
Charlie.
I didn't make that cut right there on purpose. This has nothing to do with the whole video, but I need to mention this. The camera just fell on its own and stopped the recording, so we may have an angry poltergeist incident in here. I'm gonna have to get the fucking Luigi's Mansion vacuum out and just start going to town in here to clear the area, exercise whatever spirits happen to be
What
haunting
scary
this
game?
room. But I'm gonna finish
might
the
be a
video
Roblox.
regardless.
It
But you
might
see
be
my eyes roll
Roblox.
into the back of my skull and I start levitating off the chair during it.
It might be Roblox.
Just know, it's a haunting in Pittsburgh here.
You got a suggestion?
Or perhaps the cringe was too unbearable here with the subject we're covering. But anyway, back on topic. SniperWolf, huge channel. She mainly does TikTok reacts, which has made her the punching bag of the internet recently. She's caught more fire than the sequel to the Hunger Games because a lot of people have been stating that what she does isn't really reacting to content, it's mainly just stealing it, freebooting it. And the entire internet has come together like this giant singularity and all collapsed onto SniperWolf as well as some other React channels as well.
You got a scary Roblox game,
and by
Patty?
far the biggest
on the
soldier on
burner?
the front line of this battle
On the
is
back burner
Jack's
that we can play and
Films.
shit?
Jack's Films made a whole video going over why what she does isn't acceptable and even made an entire channel dedicated to making fun of her and her content. And he even has an entire bingo game that takes the piss out of her content more than a catheter takes the piss out of a hospital patient.
Is Jack's
He
Films?
has pretty much daily uploads of
Nah, I
just
was
making
saying if you
fun
got
of each of her
a game
daily
and, like,
reacts. This ongoing
in
feud
mind
has
that you wanna
been
play.
escalating and continuing for quite some time. We're in like season 5 of this
Body
anime
Snatcher.
arc here, and it's
Sound like
only
I feel
popping
like I'm
off
yelling
more
at
and
a
more.
chair.
And this
Not
whole
alive,
situation has led to a can of worms opening. Pandora's box has been unleashed.
Dig
So it's just an extremely degenerate, fucked
Nigga
up
lives in a
response
dojo?
to this whole situation from SniperWolf here. It's
Yeah, that's crazy.
borderline illegal, I think. I don't think you can just dox somebody like this. And if it's not illegal, it's against YouTube's rules at the very least. And it violates the Geneva Convention of Internet Content Creators, where you never take internet beef into the real world. It's just going too far with this whole thing. Jack's Films was just making critiques on her content as well as making fun of it, which is something
I didn't
everyone
even know
does
she
all the
makes
time,
content.
every single fucking day. And to go to this extreme where you
Is it Jack's Films? Look.
Last night, SniperWolf, a massive YouTuber, showed up outside of our home, recorded a video of our home, and then posted it to her 5.6 million Instagram
What?
followers, goading me with the line, "Let's talk like adults." In my 17 years on YouTube, I've never once had someone come to my home and vaguely
Nah, that's
threaten me.
actually insane.
SniperWolf needs to be deplatformed. In this exact moment, she turned from a mere content thief to someone who
Nigga.
doxes.
Nigga, you think her getting deplatformed is gonna help, nigga? You should have came outside your house with a 40, nigga. Bah, 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 nigga. You know what I'm saying? And miss in GTA, and you should have just shot. You know what I'm saying? You should have just fired shots at her in GTA and shit. Nigga, no funny shit though. No funny shit though, nigga. Like, that's what should have happened, nigga. What? That bitch was just outside your house and you making a video talking about she got to get the platform. Like, that's going to stop her? Like, if she really wanted to do some shit to you, she would have done some shit to you, nigga. She got your address and not everybody got your shit, nigga. You should have sent a message.
Her critics. To everyone that's reached out
But
to
nigga
us,
making a
thank
video.
you. We're fine. We're just
Nigga making a
little
video. What?
Mainly, we feel violated. We no longer feel safe in our own home.
Y'all niggas
Because
should have
we're
came out
dealing
that
with
bitch
someone who
firing,
genuinely
nigga.
thinks they're in the right for A, stalking me, and B, posting our home to her massive audience. What
Yeah, she shouldn't have done that shit at all, my nigga. But you should have. You should have clapped back like a demon, nigga. Because you have every right.
And flat out dangerous at worst.
Nigga got every right to come out that bitch
and take action.
Like
if this
guns
goes
blazing, my
unpunished,
nigga.
then it sets a terrifying precedent that you can dox and stalk your critics so long as you have a big YouTube audience. If she truly wanted to talk with me, she could have done so through many other means. But there's one thing
Damn,
you
how many
don't
ring
do.
lights he got?
You
I
do
only
not
got
show
one.
up at someone's house. That's simply a line you do not cross. There
True.
is zero justification for this. She claims in her story that I've been harassing her.
I've been harassing me for months. And police victims saying I threatened him when I just wanted to talk to him. I had no ill intentions. It's so sad when people have to constantly create drama to pay their bills.
Sniper Wolf, I've not been harassing you.
Holy
at all.
shit.
In my videos on Judge Jack's films, I've been critiquing her non-transformative commentary, I point out cases of content theft and freebooting, and I credit the creators she steals from. I've been critical of her content, but that does not equate to harassment. What is harassment is coming to our home, sharing it for millions to see, and taunting me to come out. YouTube needs to take swift action and ban her from the platform ASAP. And the same goes for Instagram. Speaking of, Sniper Wolf is already making light of the situation, as if stalking someone is a quirky thing to do. No one should feel unsafe in their own home. And thanks to Sniper Wolf,
popping up at the crib is insanity,
so
my
YouTube,
nigga. Like, she's honestly lucky this is not the wrong kind of person.
Get her off the platform. Anyone who
like, she's lucky this nigga didn't come out that bitch. He talking about some ban her, bro. Shit gonna make it. This shit ain't gonna change the shit, bro. He gotta spin back. He gotta spin back some way, somehow. Deplatforming is really realistically not doing nothing. It's not a beef, it's real. He gotta spin back.
Weaponizes their fan base like she did does not deserve a space here.
What is the big content even like, bro?
Hello friends, it's me. And today is make you pay for how much food waste. The type of parent to just rip it up and was not doing. I was not
Be taking care of me.
deserves a parent, but not all parents deserve. Oh, you can't say that in front of your kid. Somebody call CPS.
Unless you want to be living next to Joe and
Start. To go get milk when you were a kid and never came back. The only thing to make him come back is to get rich and famous.
Why don't we go to the car where we can talk?
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Traction. This isn't exactly some kind of like whoops-a-daisy moment, you know, a mistake that could happen to anyone. This is some pretty malicious shit. There's not really a defense of it. You can't just make the claim like, well, I just wanted to kind of talk it out face to face. Like, no, that's not how this works. You don't go up to someone's house like you're about to try and sell them solar panels in order to hash out your internet beef unannounced. Especially not in the middle of the night, too. That's threatening. Like, that is not a normal, sane way of handling things.
They need to fix
So when this started getting traction, Sniper Wolf herself caught onto it and deleted the post and then said,
it's $1 million idea, Twitch. Like, y'all niggas gotta have like a section where it's like stories and shit, but it's clips. You know how like reels be and shit? But like it's clips and shit. You can just scroll and watch clips and shit, bro. That shit would be hard, bro. That shit would be hard.
Me of doxing is defamation. I have no idea how to dox. He literally posted his address on Google and said I threatened him and doxed him. Jack's Films said, you posted a video tonight of you outside our home to your 5+ million followers to see while my wife and I were inside. I can't make it any simpler than that. If that's not doxing, why did you delete it? That's kind of a checkmate moment right
but
there.
niggas not
You got
watching
her
it
with the
for
scholar's
real.
mate. Like, you showed up to his house unannounced.
Niggas was
in
saying
the
they
middle of
wasn't
the
gonna
night,
watch IG Reels and
then
they ended up
when
watching it.
people started to point out how that's
I
not
promise you it's gonna
acceptable
work,
behavior
bro.
and is very much in line with doxing.
Niggas
you
said they
deleted it,
wouldn't
so you
do
can
that
recognize
IG Real shit,
that
but
it's
they ended up
bad.
watching it.
I don't really know how you'd Phoenix write an argument together that it's not
IG Reels is
doxing.
comp, though.
Like, I don't even understand the statement she makes about saying that Jax Films
It
posted his
is,
address on
it is,
Google.
it
She's
is.
talking about Google like it's the game
My IG Reels is
FAQs.com
cursed as
board.
though.
Like, I don't think
No
he
cap.
made a sponsored paid post with just his address as the first thing that comes up when you type in Jax Films. You definitely would have to go out of your way to find that information. I don't think he, like, geotagged his spot, made it like a Pokemon Go stop, and, like, really was advertising where he lives. Like, this is not common information. You went out of your way to find it and then went to his address. Like, I just
For
really
what,
can't think
bro?
of any justification for it. I've seen a couple of people huffing massive amounts of copium, nearly toxic levels of copium, saying, like, she went there to handle things like an adult, unlike Jax Films, who just speaks behind a computer.
I think
That's
I could
just
be a
straight up
fire hot tub
delusional, if
streamer.
you ask
Like,
me.
I feel like I do
No normal
good.
people are going to hash out their internet beef in the middle of the night in person unannounced, right? Like, going up to his house like she's about to, you know, sell solar panels to him or something and ambush him with this
I feel like
conversation
I
about
bring
this
a lot to the
feud they have is
like,
not
I'd revolutionize
normal
the hot
or
tub
acceptable.
streaming game.
It's
I don't know.
just like a malicious, weird thing to do. And wow, that man, a ghost just haunted my vocal folds on that one with that voice crack. Goodness gracious. Overall, I'm just shocked that Sniper Wolf, with
Yeah.
as long as she's been on the internet and as large as she is, would think for even just a second that she'd somehow be able to get out of this situation without huge backlash and problems from it. Again, this is something that extends beyond just like normal internet etiquette. This is like downright against
Like, you've
rules
never
to
seen
do something like this.
You've never seen a nigga do a hot tub stream. Name me one nigga that did a hot tub stream. One nigga. One guy
So
that just did a hot
I
tub
definitely
stream.
think Jax Films is in the right here. He's very upset about it, probably a little concerned because, you know, who knows who else might go to his house next since she posted it on a massive Instagram account. Like, that is a legitimate fear. She also posted this
He gotta
again in
make an
response to the whole
example out of a
situation,
nigga, bro.
saying this creep has been harassing me
Somebody
for months,
gotta
then
get-
plays
somebody gotta
victim,
get
saying
done
I
dirty
threatened
by-
him
by
and I
her
just wanted
posting
to talk
his
to him.
address.
I have no ill intentions. It's so sad when people have to constantly create drama to pay their
This
bills.
Sniper Wolf
But
girl
this
is insane.
This
That
doesn't
is
make any
insanity.
sense. Like, this is a crazy straw of a statement. Like, it's taken all kinds of weird twists and turns that aren't computing in my little noodle up here. If you just wanted to talk to him, why wouldn't you just reach out to him through normal channels online? I'm sure he would have responded to you
Sniper
instantly.
Wolf's still bad though.
He seems to in
She
regards
aight.
to the entire React
She cool.
situation. So I feel like if you had
just
reached out to
crazy
him,
as hell.
he would have been thrilled to
Pulled a
talk to you about it.
crazy-ass
But again,
thing.
I'm not his fucking PR guy. I don't know. Maybe you did reach out to him and he didn't see it or he ignored it. I have no idea. But regardless,
Seven
you going
more.
to his house to try to talk to him that's some psychopath shit. That's not a normal thing that anyone should be doing. There's other channels that you could have tried beforehand. Go to one of his bingo nights on Twitch and be like, hey, listen, Buster, I'm ready to hash it out. Let's talk. And again, I'm sure he probably would have seen that. And that would be a lot less scary than having you show up in the middle of the fucking night to his home unannounced.
Like, what is she doing,
It just doesn't make
bro?
any sense. I think
What is
the
she
goal here
doing?
was to either scare him or put his information out there to maybe some less than savory individuals that could also scare him. I don't know, but regardless, the way you handled this is atrocious and dangerous.
And like I said, bro,
dangerous
she's
thing
lucky
to
it's
do.
the wrong nigga.
So I totally understand the response from Jax Films about this and being
What you gonna do if she show up in front of your house in the middle of the night, nigga? What you about to do with that? You know you can't handle that.
frightened by it because this is fucked up. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I think this is one of the rare cases of a huge YouTuber making a massive blunder like this, where you would step on like actual rules and potentially laws
They see
all
ya,
over
they
some
wanna see
internet
to
beef.
each other.
So yeah, I just had to talk about this one a little bit.
I'm throwing
That's
back
it.
on my phone.
So yeah.
Hey, bro, this shit is crazy. Like, the wrong type of nigga that she pulled up on. Like if that nigga was really some serious nigga that when you try to invade his house.
Oh.